All right, guys, how's it going? Just letting you know, I'll be live on here today at 6 o'clock UK time. I've also got a lot of videos on here for you today, but YouTube only sends notifications 3 in every 24 hours, and maybe all my videos are not on your subscription feed, all right? So you need to manually check my channel during the day. You should do that every day anyway, because you could be missing out on other videos, all right? So I thought I was done for a little bit, but then this article came out from the Chronicle, and I want to go over it with you. Obviously, it's with Alexander Isak. It's by Ryder, the chief Newcastle United writer. I love you, know the Chronicle. And it says, why Yasser Al-Rumayyan stormed down tunnel as PIF back Newcastle United transfer plans. Now, we haven't spoke much about Lee Ryder on here. It seems to be all Luke Edwards and Craig Hope, but we have touched on him before. We've done videos about him before. So he's the chief Newcastle United writer at the Chronicle, long-time beat reporter for NUFC, very club-aligned. He rarely strays from the party line and often packages club briefings as reporting. Many fans see him as the unofficial house journalist. Reliability, good for gauging what Newcastle want out there, the internal spin. Not known for exclusives that go against the grain or break bad news independently. When he does hint at problems, like Isak wanting out, it usually reflects the club managing fan expectations angle, not him going rogue. Fan perception, divisive. Some see him as well connected, others call him a mouthpiece. Often mocked by Newcastle supporters for soft questions and parroting PR. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the article. I'm not going to read the article to you. You can go and do that if you want. But to save time, I've bullet pointed it. And I've got Dave, my AI assistant, to analyse the article for you. I've been training my AI for over a year to monitor, to analyse football articles, the journalists that write them, and also the publications that push them on us. Obviously, we know who the Chronicle are, but if it was a website or a publication from around the world that you might not know about, Dave's going to tell you. So we're going to break it down into the bullet points from this article. It touches on Isak talks at home last night. Newcastle brass met him yesterday at his house, but he is still, it doesn't say still. It says, is sticking to his guns and wants to leave, all right? So that's a strong claim, sticking to his guns and wants to leave. PIF show of strength, Yasser Al-Rumayyan stormed down the tunnel. I don't know how to pronounce names unless it's Jack Daniels or John Smith. Stormed down the tunnel post-Liverpool game to publicly show support for Howe and the players. It was framed as a symbolic, we mean business gesture. Second bid not yet received. Newcastle admit they've had no fresh offer from Liverpool and no real encouragement of one, it says in the article. Club could tell Isak he has no choice but to stay, a threatening line, but reads more like wishful thinking. Howe stands, says he'll only focus on players committed to Newcastle. Club PR line, Larson deal is a Wilson replacement, not tied to Isak leaving. Howe distances himself when asked why Al-Rumayyan was there. Howe said, I don't know why he's here. I'm not party to conversations. Player fatigue. Newcastle players gave their all versus Liverpool, but collapsed at the end. Contrast with cup final win. Injuries piling up, goes on about all that, stuff. We don't need to go into that. So the analysis, contradictions. Earlier reporting versus now. Ryder previously framed Newcastle as in control, talking of ultimatums and not for sale unless big bid. Now, flat out admits Isak wants to leave despite the home visit. That's a big shift. Squad reinforcement spin. Before, replacements like Larson were framed as cover with no relation to Isak. Now they have to insist Larson is for Wilson, not Isak. Classic damage control. It actually makes it look more like Isak is going. Owner's presence. Supposedly not about Isak, but Ryder admits the meeting with Isak and directors happened the same day. Howe awkwardly says he doesn't know why Yasser was there. That's a tell. Club propaganda. Is there any in the article? We mean business theatre. Al-Rumayyan storming the tunnel is dressed up as a passion and leadership. In reality, it's PR optics, reassurance for fans after another blow from Isak. Reframing replacements. The The Larsen line is clearly briefed. They don't want fans thinking they're selling their star striker. Unity message, how saying, I'll only focus on committed players is a way of implying Isak isn't committed without outright burning the bridge. Is there any positives for Liverpool fans? Isak's stance is now explicit. Ryder states he is sticking to his guns and wants to leave. No maybes, no ifs. That's huge. Newcastle's threats sound hollow. He may have no choice but to stay. Reads more like bluster than reality. Once a player wants out and your injuries mount, pressure only increases. Club in crisis mode. Injuries plus suspensions mean Newcastle desperately need depth. Selling Isak for 120 to 130 million unlocks that. Public contradictions show weakness. They keep trying to control the narrative, but the fact they must clarify every move. Larsen is for Wilson, not Isak, shows they're rattled. How distancing himself. If the manager really had authority and believed Isak was staying, he wouldn't be saying, I don't know why Yassi is here. That smells of ownership level dealings, which usually means sale talks. The verdict. This is a shift from Ryder. His earlier tone was Newcastle hold the cards. Now it's Isak wants out, owners are staging PR stunts and the club's injuries are piling up. Yes, there's still propaganda, especially around Larsen, but the cracks are widening. For Liverpool fans, the most important line is Isak is sticking to his guns and wants to leave. That's the cleanest admission yet that Newcastle are managing decline, not control. All right, guys, that's my opinions and Dave's input there, as you can see, for you to consider. I don't know if you'd agree with it or not. We shall see, won't we? I'll be glad when this transfer window slams shut, to be honest with you. So I'll leave it with you. Forget my own shit sometimes. If you found the video informative, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, there's a love out under the video called a super thanks. I always give a shout out to people that do that in my morning briefing the very next day or the next morning briefing, which are uploaded to my other YouTube channel, the Duncan Oldham channel. The link is in the video description to that channel, and it will also be on the screen round about now, and the morning briefing is already on there for today. All right, guys, let me know what you think of this ongoing fucking saga. Cheers.